All right, we're going to do the Manhattan seafood chowder. The difference between a Manhattan seafood chowder and a New England seafood chowder is Manhattan's tomato base. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a nice seafood chowder. We're going to add a corn into it. We're going to start it off with fresh bacon. So what we're going to do here is we're going to go ahead and get the bacon started and let that get a nice little sizzle to it. You can see it. You don't want anything to kind of stick to the bottom of the pan. Now some people will take the bacon and saute it, render the bacon, and render it out and bring out the bacon. I'm going to leave the bacon in for the texture. Now we got to cook the potatoes. The potatoes are going to be the longest thing to cook. So these are the small dice. The smaller you dice them, of course, the less time it takes to cook them. So we're going to add the potatoes in there. Use a little bit of the water from the potatoes to deglaze the pan so that the bacon doesn't stick. And you can kind of see that. We'll get it all. And if you were here, again, you can smell that coming off of it. And once we get all this water evaporated, we're going to start with our vegetables. We're going to use the grease from the bacon to saute up our vegetables. So we're going to take some onion. Again, guys, your mirepoix. Can you help me out with your mirepoix? You got onions, celery, and carrot. We're going to go ahead and we're going to get these. And all I'm doing every time is slowing up and letting all these flavors mesh together so they get a good flavor out of the soup. We're rendering it down. We're getting all those flavors to mesh. We're going to add leeks. Again, we're going to add extra vegetables to this. We're going to add leeks and corn to it. Okay, now we'll add the seafood. A little seafood stock, actually. Kind of get everything, deglaze it off the pan. You don't actually have to use wine. I'm going to go ahead and mix all those flavors together. All right, now we're going to add the tomatoes to it. Again, using some of the juice to kind of deglaze and get that flavor off the bottom. And then we'll add the rest of it in. Start to see the seafood starts to cook up a little bit. Now we're going to add more of it in there. Get a nice little tomato base to it. Again, we're going to stir in all the flavors right here. Let that come to a nice little simmer for a second. Now we're going to add the fish stock. And then we'll get to the final product, let it simmer for about 5 or 10 minutes. Basically until the potatoes are done. And how you tell is you just kind of use either your fingers or a fork and see if you can kind of smash it.
Heat up pan to a medium heat. Add fat, then veggies when sweating aromatics.